What's that buzz?
Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the June 10th meeting of the Board of Directors. A little steam tonight in downtown Schenectady, a little hot weather, but we welcome everyone to the meeting. Those who are watching on YouTube or on public access cable, welcome. And welcome to our board members. The first item on our agenda tonight is the approval of the minutes of the May 13th meeting. Can I have a motion? Sharon, seconded by Karen. Any changes or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor of adopting the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Next is our treasurer's report.
So, actual through May is, total income of $5,671,407 on a budget of $5,698,471. We have cash and equivalents at the end of the reporting period of $10,033,476 and undistributed project funds of $7,372,545. And we have a balance of $251,923 in the pre-development report.
Thank you. I have a motion to accept the treasurer's report. Thank you. Second, Sharon. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, first up tonight, we go back to maximum. We discussed this at length the last meeting, and we had a public hearing, and all going to take final action on these two resolutions.
Yeah, public hearing on this great redevelopment project was June 3rd. No written or oral comments received. Again, $95,000 grant for the trail relocation, a partial real estate tax exemption for the office portion, and then the sales tax and mortgage tax for both. So nice redevelopment. Will be a nice improvement for the trail. It's a very difficult section to keep clean with no curve on the street. So we're looking forward to it. Two actions. One is the seeker unlisted action, and then the second is adopting the general project plan.
I have a motion on the seeker resolution, Karen, seconded by Sharon. Yeah, I echo what David said. I think people are all paying attention to the revenue side of the ledger these days. So, local communities under pressure. We need to keep building revenue, and that means building tax base. This project puts two new buildings on a piece of property now on Maxon Road that is just kind of derelict. It's vacant, and it's usually a lot of litter there, and it moves the bike trail off Maxon, which always made me nervous, and runs it along the river. And we have a very good firm moving here, and we have a very good developer. And it's tax base. We can't lose it. We kind of got a little comfortable for a while because with the ARPA funds and everything else, there was a lot of revenue coming in. But I think our laser focus on creating tax base. This is a nice tax base project and some jobs, and the developers have a vision that doing the bike trail there at their expense will help us as an amenity, and they've got a nice view of the river there, and good project. So happy to answer any other questions. Seeing that if there are no other, we call a question on the first resolution. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And we need a motion and second to adopt the general project plan. Karen, seconded by Sharon. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Great. Next, we move to a really exciting project on Front Street, 302 Front, and ask David to summarize.
Yeah, 302 Front Street. We've spent some time on Front Street recently. We completed the DRI project with the Alpha Trail extension that went through the East Front Street pool property. A nice way to just continue that, create a nice amenity. This property right here, you'll see on the last page, it's a one-story derelict structure. It's been boarded up at least 5 years or longer. The previous owner bought it in early 2020s. Didn't do anything. We're happy to report that it's called Wise Guys Real Estate Development, but it's actually a really well-respected broker. Jimmy Madison, his brokerage firm is 518realty.com, has purchased the property, owns the property next door. He's planning on demolishing the current blighted structure and constructing a 3-story mixed-use building. We're looking to provide a grant of $95,000 and provide a sales tax and mortgage tax exemption for him to move forward. Land Bank looks to be involved as well to do the demolition. Again, nice development for the East Front Street neighborhood. Two actions. One is the seeker. It's an unlisted action. Again, taking a blighted building down. Smart growth development, kind of building on the same site. That's really good environmental outcome, and so we see it as a no negative impact on the environment. And then the second resolution is adopting the general project plan.
Have a motion on the secret resolution. Brad, seconded by Karen. Good developer, very active realtor developer, runs the 518 Realty office in Glenville. Second office for that company. We're really excited to see the growth and success of Mall Harbor now spreading into the East Front Street neighborhood. A lot of across the street, there's some apartments. We met with the owner. They have 22 apartments. 19 of the people work at the casino. And you couldn't have better tenants because if you work at the casino, you've been through a complete state police review of everything you've ever done in your life before you can set foot on the floor of that casino. So they're very good tenants. They walk to work. This is, again, the goal is, and it's a nice size investment. We're being pretty aggressive with our offer to help with the land bank and with a grant from us because we really want to see more activity in this neighborhood. This is an area that really we'd like to see a lot more of these projects happen. We're very much in tune with the neighborhood association and have lunch with the neighborhood association president tomorrow. And it's an area that we want to spend. The bike trail is a great amenity, but we want to keep doing more here. And we see this as really kind of a kickoff project to kind of take that success at the harbor and bring it into that neighborhood. And not at any type of scale, it's just at a good scale with good quality units. And you continue on right into the stockade. And it really connects everything along the riverfront. So happy to move this forward. Any other questions? Seeing none, call the question on the seeker. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
I need a motion on that resolution. Karen,
Yeah.
seconded by Brad. Thank you. All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Great
Thank you.
project.
Next, we go to Glenville, project we've been working on, and very exciting project, the Homewood Suites.
Yeah, more positive development right around Mall Harbor. Again, it's right over the bridge. We spoke about Matrix Hotels last year. They have acquired a large brownfield site, 7.83 acres, a few other parcels adjacent to it. And we're providing tax benefits for them to build another hotel, obviously with tourism, business needs. The hotel business is great in Schenectady. It's like really a wonderful thing to see. And so we approved that. That development's still pending, large scale development, a lot of moving pieces. That same owner owns the Homewood Suites property, which is right next door. That is a 106 room hotel. It was built, I believe, in 2017. And it's been very, very successful. He approached us with the idea of putting on an additional $4 to $5 million redevelopment addition to the property, adding an additional 20 rooms for 12,517 square feet. What we're proposing here is to provide a sales tax exemption and then do a pilot just on the new addition. It's something that's supported by the town. People are always concerned if, when you do major improvements to your property, what's it going to do to your tax bill? This provides the pilot will be the as of right program 45B to just do a slow gradual increase of the increase in the assessment. Again, adding new revenue for the town, school district, and county. So two actions here. One first is the seeker. Again, unlisted action, negative declaration. We looked at the town of Glenville's approval as well. They saw it as the same type of action. And then the second action is the approval of the partial exemption of taxes.
Have a motion on the seeker. Bobby, thank you. Aaron, we work very closely with Supervisor Kirkham and the town planning staff and the planning board, negotiated the pilot with him and with the town staff. And it only applies to the addition, and it starts at 50%, goes up 5% a year until it reaches 100. Yes, as David said, it's as of right in most of the communities in the state, not in Glenville. So we need to go in there. And the supervisor is very supportive, very successful property. We have 4 hotels proximate to the harbor. We have the Marriott, of course, the Landing, the New Hyatt, and the Homewood Suites, and another one pending. Their next project looks to be a Marriott residence. This shows the vibrancy of our tourism business, our sports tourism, the casino, the success of the new arena. And this is a complaint in other venues in downtown Albany that there aren't enough hotels around their arena. We have 4 that are within walking distance, and restaurants and other amenities as well. So this is a great property. Of course, the Max 410 restaurants there overlooking the water, beautiful. They do a great job. Great operator. It's they're building a hotel right now in Glens Falls. And I like the fact when I first envisioned this showing a complete lack of style, I envisioned them just adding 20 rooms on a low, on a single story addition in the back. And they're not doing that. They're actually, mirroring the design of the hotel and going up, which is a lot more expensive, but I think it's going to be a lot more architecturally pleasing and good operation.
Yeah, there's also an outbuilding, like a garage that they'll be removing, and that is one of the more unsightly buildings. So they'll remove that, increase parking, and then be able to build the addition.
Any other questions? If we have a motion and second on the seeker, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And then on to adopt the general project plan. Thanks, Bob. Seconded by Karen. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Next we come downtown to the a group of buildings right next to Proctor's.
Yeah, we talked about 426 State Street last year. The end of Schenectady. It's Grano on the first floor, Pioneer Bank, a few other commercial uses. He came to us for some assistance in some facade repairs and improvements. Did a great job before the weather turned last year. We talked about a phase 2 moving forward, and he is ready to move forward with that. What he's looking to do is to take, big thing right now is the commercial to renovate residential conversion. He would like to create 7 additional units with some of the vacant commercial space he has. Do a nice job of creating desirable units downtown. What he's asked for from us is to take a look at a long-term loan that we've had on our portfolio since the building was first renovated in 2005. I actually looked back at some of the pictures of what it used to look like. It was, this is one of the most substantial renovations in this block that happened in 2005. When he took over as the sole owner in 2017, we refinanced. It was $300,000. So $211,000 left. What we'd like to do is an incentive for this project, not provide any new grant resources, but forgive the loan upon completion of the $950,000 investment.
Have a motion on this?
So
Right, second with Karen. Paul Schettie's a proven investor in downtown. We were talking about this before the meeting started, the weakness nationally in the office market post-COVID, where people return to work has not been what people thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
So we're seeing this in just about every city in the United States, and we're happy to be part of it, where he has some very nice office space on the upper floors that serve, advertising companies and different things. And again, a lot of that has gone to remote work. So he's got some vacant office space, and the residential market downtown is vibrant. I was talking to the developer of the Wedgeway building the other day. He expects to be fully leased very shortly, 80 apartments. So the residential market is strong. Paul wants to invest, just about $1 million to get those units converted to empty office space, and it brings more people downtown is good. More people living downtown is great. So we're excited to bring this forward. We thank Paul for making this investment. We need a motion in a second.
I think I have it. Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to point out, this was one of the first buildings that was redone, and it was a fabulous redo.
Yeah.
And it kind of kick-started the rest of the development on the Proctor's block. And, Paul does a great job, and I'm glad that he's going to be utilizing that space, because it has been difficult having anybody rent office space.
Yeah, they're smaller offices, it's not that they're, all office in the market is very weak post-COVID, but the benefit is to bring more residential units downtown. We need them. So,
and they do
like
fill
that
them.
over in co-works, that kind of model has taken off, and people love coming downtown. It's about having, they'll want to come down a few days a week rather than.
And so nobody wants to go to an office every single day. They want to be able to pop in.
Oh, we do.
I'm just saying, in general, that's been, since COVID, that's been the workforce.
Sure.
So.
Great. Any other comments on this? Seeing none, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. public comment. I don't see anyone from the public here tonight. I thank Kristen for being here at desk from our great staff. Board comment, just in a note, I'm heading from here to Rotterdam. Been a lot of good things happening in Rotterdam with something that Senator Robert announced, a $4 million grant for a new park in town.
Yep.
Tonight, we're hoping to complete action on a amendment to the town's battery storage law, exempting the GE Vernova campus so we can proceed with a $12 million investment in a battery storage project with a company that's very exciting called Form Energy. They're one of the leading battery manufacturers in the country, very successful firm, big, with a 1 million square foot factory in West Virginia, and GE Vernova is part owner of the company. The Rotterdam folks have been great in working with us. They wanted to protect their residential neighborhoods in the western part of the county and the town from having battery storage projects in their backyard. When we went to them that we want to do one at the GE Vernova campus, they were very supportive and understanding because there's no residences nearby. There's fire department, EMS right on site. Everything is great. This is a very safe battery. So we're looking forward to that vote tonight, which would pave the way for a $12 million investment at the main campus downtown. And a lot of other good things. I want to thank the staff. We are taking July off, which we normally do, but our next meeting is 8/12, and the test has already sent out the invite. So anything from other board members on any subjects? Seeing none, we'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Quick meeting and appreciate everyone coming out.
You haven't seen the Stockade Gateway? You guys want to